So I recently just got my first Gemini Jets model, and as my formal review, I'll go over the plane itself, um, how it looks, how it's made, and I'll also talk about the packaging and how Gemini Jets protects it while it's being shipped, and I guess that's really all to it. But first, the plane itself. It's a very beautiful aircraft. If you know my channel, you know that this is my favorite airplane of all time, and that's really just because of the livery. I'm super excited to try to spot this aircraft sometime and maybe even fly on it. Um, the stand it comes with, it's hollow, but it's metal. It has this little pad right here to, I guess, protect it while it's on its stand. And then, like most models, you just fit it on the stand with that. This one is pretty loose when it's on the stand, so it can wobble around a bit. So I think that's why they have that little black pad there. But the modeling itself is done very nicely. They have all of the important details, including little radio antennas and the Wi-Fi dome. I think that's what that is. Some more antennas back there. And then I believe that one is where the aircraft dispenses all the water from the sinks in the lavatories, but I'm not completely sure on that. They have plenty of markings, gear door markings on both the front and the back. All these other markings that I really don't know what they are. All the windows, little labels. Sorry, my camera can't really get this. Even stuff on the engine. It's just super nicely done. And one thing I did not expect with this aircraft is that it would be completely metal. So the fuselage is metal, which is sort of expected, but so are the wings and the stabilizers back here. I think the only thing that's not metal on this model is maybe the engine cowling, probably the fan blades, but I think the exhaust cone is metal as well. And then the only other thing is the tires. I don't think those are metal. I don't think they could be, but the rest of the landing gear is metal, and I'm really impressed by that, honestly. You can decide whether to have the landing gear on or off, so it just slips out easily like that, and then you can just slip it back in. I think it's magnetic. For the front, you just gently pull it out and slip it back in like that. It does come with covers for these if you want to set it up so that it's like flying. You can do that. Also, I am really happy that the nose gear can turn. I think that's really cool. So, that's about it for the plane itself. Now the packaging, it came in this pretty big box. It is 1/200th scale, so that makes some sense. The top of it has velcros to stay closed. Got some information about it right here. And then you can look in right at the model down there. But I'm gonna take this out and show you more how it's protected, if I can. Okay, so it has a plastic covering over it. You can take that off. maybe. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so sorry. Anyways, you take that off. It came wrapped in all this little plastic stuff, which is kind of all a mess now, but that just keeps it from getting scratched. It's a nice foam case, I guess. And then in here is where the landing gear and stuff was. And I think the stand was, yeah, the stand must have been right there. But yeah, here are the doors for the landing gear, I guess. So you have the front right here and then the rear ones. And these are little tools that help you take on and off these doors, because you can't really do that very well with your finger. I haven't put these on yet. I don't know, maybe I'll leave them out, so I will. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm very impressed with this model. If I get more from Gemini jets or not, that depends. It's really a lot heavier than I thought. So, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll build a 1-200 model airport, but I'm not sure about that yet. But, very nice model. Delivery is amazing on here, and it's definitely more than I expected, and definitely worth the price of about $150. So, thank you for watching. If you're planning on getting a model like this soon, it's definitely worth it. And yeah, make sure to see my other stuff if you're interested.